ladies and lovers, and welcome back to Retweets today. Now be your host, my name's Retro, and welcome back, or welcome to Planet2. And currently we're in the brand new, or latest, 1.2.3 R version of this game. So, to catch up real quick for everyone that was there or not, I finished this game a couple months ago, and we actually haven't seen the gallery being fully completed, and I completed it off screen. However, before we visit that entirely, there's something new that was added while I was gone, which we'll have a quick look at it now, which is the God Trial, which is a new tutorial specifically for guarding, and it does change slightly depending on who you play as. So I think it's actually pretty neat, and teaches some things are not directly clear when you start the game. So I think it's pretty neat. Plus, it's actually pretty darn hard sometimes when you're still rusty like me. So, let's have a look, shall we? Welcome to the guard trial. Let's practice on when to use a powerful guard ability. Remember, you can guard in almost any situation, but you'll need to keep moving to be in a safe spot when your invisibility ends. Yes, I've practiced, can you tell? Those lasers can easily deal daily damage to you if you don't watch out. This enemy is practically the first tutorial, quote-unquote, of this mechanic. Though you kind of have to know. Oh, like this. Doesn't have wall harder damage, wall petal damage. When guarding against moving hazards, it's often best to move in the opposite direction. Indeed, otherwise you might just run into it again. Coming like this. Oop. I did terrible the first time I played this. I'm surprised I'm doing this good. There you go. Missed a few bits of time. Just keep running. Those are pretty slow to get this. If threats are too wide to safely move through, you may need to get out of the way. Get out of the way instead of guarding. So you can be like this and be kind of cheeky. Or like this. Yeah. As long as you get out of the way, it's perfectly fine. This is actually the hardest part, I think. If you don't focus, you can kind of run into those pretty easily. Oops. See? That enemy is a big freaking interventor. There you go. Thankfully we're near us, so we're fine. And like this, Nira is a perfect example of not needing the guard this time either. Nira can also do this. Neat, right? This is why Nira is quite effective in battle. Remember, you can guard against just about anything, even spikes. Be sure to move away from them as soon as you can. This is something I did not know for the wall playthrough. So this is actually very useful. And this is probably something that people knew, particularly when it comes to speedrunning. But my god, if I knew I could do this. Oop. feel that. It's actually very good with anyone like us. But when you manage to have any kind of hair time, it's pretty good, pretty good. However, sometimes the best defense is relentless offense. Nira only takes half damage and won't flinch if she's hit during most of her attacks. This is something I didn't know. I know she didn't flinch, but I didn't know she took half damage. Now, of course, this specific this specific text box changes depending on your character. For example, Miles will tell you about what happened about her shield, which is her greatest defense. Let's have a look at our melee defense now. Have a look at this. No flinching, half damage. Let's see if I can attack you with... You see, I went straight through. Oh, I actually don't want to go this way. See, I'm just plowing through, just doing this, like a freaking barbarian. Still taking damage, I'm still taking less damage. I would by just running to them. Let's not go too high. And that's it! In the target to finish the tutorial. Whenever you're in a tight situation, just remember, guard.
I'm ready for anything.
I still took an embarrassing amount of damage, but that's it. It's great. Now, with that out of the way, let's have a look at the entire gallery. Fully completed. With everything it needs. Everything it needed. Right there and then. So I will be reading all dialogue as well. And so anything that needs to be said. Otherwise, let's get to it. Hi, I'm Sammy. Welcome to the gallery. Yay! You've done enough to fill all the galleries with brand new exhibits. Congratulations! It must have taken you a long time to get all those crystals and cores. I can't thank you enough. You know, visitors from all over the valleys can come and see the frightening mechanical monstrosities that roam our world. You have more dialogue, I think? No, I don't. Alright. Well, we managed to repair all the damage. The damage to you will cause at the museum. And even up and save out your exhibits. Thanks to genius donations from patrons like you. So I suppose I can live a lifetime ban on you. This one time, once. Let's have a look at them in order. I don't remember their name directly. Their name are said in the Mueseum. This is the first boss, the first robot. In all its pieces. The second boss right here. This one is pretty straightforward, also. As long as you stay mainly behind it, you're pretty darn safe. Then the third boss, which is one of the robot controlled by that's in the gardens of Shade 2, right? I get those names mixed up a bit. Then we have the first Sigmund hour about me boss. I'll probably put a list of names of all the bosses in the list. No. In a list in the description, so you can follow along as well. This one is very pretty. If you like birds, definitely one of the prettiest. Better than a big beak in the room. We will not go in there yet. That's for later. Which one came next? Well, that's where we split off anyway. Whoop! Yeah, that depends on what you pick next. Oh, I didn't even notice you can set directly now. I thought you had to always wait. Something was wrong. Yeah, let's, you know what, we'll go this way now. Or wait, this one is first, that's right. Yeah, I remember. Because you have to go through the... That's a bounce here. This is the boss on the way to Shengmu, which also becomes as an enemy. But it's a rose-themed robot snake. Very annoying. You can see all the different parts, which don't really pay too much attention to it because you're more struggling trying not to die, but still. Then we have the boss from the Icy Mountains, and the first mini-boss you'll encounter there. And all its pieces, which you can see itself split apart from when it does its attacks. This is its first primordial cube form. Since we're on theme, let's go back here as well. Yes. We have the first Serpentine armor boss. This beast armor. Extremely easy to deal with Mila. Now let's different pieces, which I think is really darn cool. So you can actually see the inside and, you know, work it. Bear, at least. Then we have Syntax, at least the spider, the Syntax spider. In these 5 pieces separately. Arachnophobes beware. What is this way? That's for later. You as well, you're for later. Well, the Warren Fire Dragon from the Palace Courtyard, if I recall right. Yeah, the fire side in this way. And then the entire, and then the far side here, and then the final entire piece over here. They're just a great design, I think. Since it's 2 bosses in 1. Well, that's it. Do feel free to tell me what you think about these bosses and what your favorite is. Personally, I already know what mine is, but anyway, let's have a look at... let's have a look at the... Sphere ones now. We have the unique clown boss from the Biosphere, which is optional, but you can still fight her, and she's extremely annoying. With the unique pie attacks, and whirlwind kicks, which can reach the entire arena. I think she has some pretty nice haircut, though. What even is this thing? What is the backside of this? Then we have probably the first robot you encounter, since you see him even before the biosphere. The good old football robot, which spoiler, splits in a tiny version of itself once you defeat it once. Looks very spooky a bit. I mean, we ball, of course. Arm pieces. I think that's the shoulder pads and head pieces, and I think that's the legs. Then we have, even further back before the biosphere, we have the actual enemy train, which is simple enough and a bit of a callback to Planet 1 and its side-scrolling chases. The simple boss, once you get the hang of it. Even simpler with Miller, once more. Because missiles. Hello, you. Well, it's been fun, but I think I'm just about my fill of joy in these exhibits here. Don't get back to my job as a video game artist. Maybe you'll see again in spite of all this someday. Ho 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 ho! It's a reference on here. So that's a pausa. That'll be later. Let's have a look at the global crab bosses. Which are here. I don't think there's anything else we missed. No. Alright. Let's go through these then. There's A, B, C. There's B, A, B, C. A, B, and C. This is Mario Note with breaking news. Scientists at the Mueseum has reconstructed the machine responsible for Mueseum's kidnapping. Tune in tonight for a special interview with museum owner Boren, where we discuss his breathtaking restoration work. Psst, psst, psst. I know it was you. I'm just being as the owner so I don't get banned. Understandable. It's cool to see her here though. Oh, that doesn't look. That does not look. Is that normal? I think I just caught a glitch live. Okay. Live on camera. Alright. We have Beast 1, which is a bird. Was that oh, that's a fish. That's crazy. As a fish, doing water bubbles everywhere, and having a beautiful dash attack, which can catch you off guard if you don't watch out. Pretty simple boss, and gets you ready for the next ones. Beast B, which is the bird. So, a good callback to Prince Dao back in Freedom Planet 1. Not strong though, nor that complicated. However, you definitely will feel the scream with bullets. Look at that face. You can see the various wings that the various quote-unquote feathers that the wings are composed of separately, which I think is pretty nice. And then the final beast, which is the lion, which you fight technically in 2 boss battles at once. He's pretty simple as well, but you can get tough the first times you encounter him. And you have the various legs. And then the extra pieces. Like the head, which you can see open here. I think is pretty cool, since it's open only for a few seconds for its attacks. Mainly its breath attack. And also moves real fast when it jumps, so it's a bit hard to catch sometimes. You can see just only segments the tail is. Which really shows just how fascinating the artwork is when it comes to both art style and animation. And then we have the combined effort of both these. I'll read this guy later because he's a bit of a talker. Well, the bunny. Let's have a side look at it. Very big. Has many attacks, some of which you can use in one battle against Serpentine's mech, which is great. You can actually see now that the chest is You can really see that this thing is literally a Megazord, with the face being the lion. You can see here. The thrusters from the fish, with the face itself. You can see the eyes are missing. The arms, which are probably a mix of the line as well with some of the other ones. Probably different, probably the bulk of the lion mixed with the style of the other ones. Similarly, we mix the fish with also a bit of the bird with the different layers. Look at this bulk, you can even tell which one those pieces are made for. So definitely the upper arms and all of them. Yeah, probably the upper arms. Oh, the intricate pieces. Right. You, alright, let's get you down. Winston's confections, a staple of every corner store, never miss. Some would say running a candy factory is a dream job, and they haven't seen what I've seen. It's better to think about what I've been through to bring the gift of candy to everyone. Just know that in the end, the struggles I face make it all the sweeter. Some of the Winston's confections began from the very first day. The money raised my short-lived political career in Shangmu was supposed to go towards building that magnificent candy factory. It turned out that Bernstein, my chief accountant, had been skimming funds and absconded when I stole money. Lest anyone saw them, he was in a ferry over to Paris with a young lady in his arm. For his funds, I had to sell my shares of a news media company to Jebediah, my best friend at the time. This gave him a controlling interest in the company and gave me the money to finish my factory. However, when I finally released the first of Winston's confections, what awaited me was a scathing review from 3 Kingdom News with my so-called friend himself. We haven't spoken since. Cousin my cousin which suggested that we sponsor a show at Global Opera. We thought it would drum up support and brand recognition of Winston's convictions. What I didn't know at the time was that the show was sponsored being directed by a former political rival of mine, and also my wife's sweet lover, Susan Knight, the person after. There's enough strings about Winston's confections for now. I'm sure you must be tired of hearing an old man's ramble on. In any case, it all worked out in the end, so we're dealing with the past. But still, what would it have been like if I'd never left Shwigog? Will I still be slithering across the snow, laughing like only a carefree little boy could? I suppose we'll never know. And this man is... And here comes the Monopoly man of this game. Thank you for unfolding your lore up to us, Winston. And now the powers have you go. First we have the clown boss, which is decently hard until I realize that once you have the right timing, you can pretty much wreck it to pieces. Actually, I'm going through these too fast. Is the shells. The two shells holding the actual boss in. At least it's weak point. Which I think is nice because it kind of looks like an actual fish instead of just a clown. I mean, do you know many clown bosses that fly high speed? I surely don't. There's a different view of it. Here it is, fully completed. If I'm not wrong, this view is specifically... or is it... what the... Yeah, I think different views are for different angles, if I'm not wrong. Before you actually fight it in the middle of the fight. You have the different expressions that the ball, the conical pearl has, which you probably barely see in a battle. But I think it's cute. It kind of looks pretty. And more views of it from this down at the bottom. That's when it actually flies in the air, if I'm not wrong. This is when it dies, and this is where it just glides. Right. Then we have probably one of my favorite designs, we have the mask enemies. We have the tick enemies, which come in various sets of threes. We have water here, which looks like a water bunny to me. You can see it's animated here. Very pretty. We have the fire element version. Displayed here in the full version. Which is interesting because you can see the crystals that are thematically used for representing Earth as well. What you can see in the I think it was was it wood? Yeah, the wood element version of the mask here as well. So you can technically see all the elements in this frame. We actually add the fire mask here. You can see it kind of looks like this devil looking hog of sort. Very reminiscent of something you'd say as an actual mask. Some tragedy or comedy. Okay, actually... Oh, yeah, no, I was wrong. The other one was the wood one. This is the wood one, which actually spits insects. Which I think is clever, because there's the many ways to display the wood element besides chemicals and a few exceptions here and there. I guess. Oh, yeah. Mainly chemicals and gas. This is a pretty interesting take on it, where it actually spawns enemies to fire against you. Which are pretty weak, but still, I think it's a nice take. We have the actual extra pieces of it. In a piece you can see when I think you break them. When it dies. We have the actual earth inside the mask. The actual earth mask. You see the thematic crystals on top, and you can see it looks actually like a boar. I love the multi-eye design on these. And also the fact that the glow here is just not entirely. It's specifically some of it that's some of the compound party eyes that are glowing. I don't know what the actual theme for all of these are, at least animal-wise, particularly this one, but it looks very cool. We have the actual snake robot enemy that we see in the lightning tower, if I'm not wrong. I think it's the one. These segmented pieces here, the head, the top part. I think that's a below part, where you can see an actual claw here as well. And where is the floor? Oh, there it is. Right. Yes. Yeah. Right. Like a wyvern robot, which you can fight on top of the lightning tower, where it grinds with you and against you, using lightning attacks. You know, this bird doesn't fly much, and barely jumps. I still think it's a good design. Oh jeez. This yeah, we can touch these first, I think. Those are for different. Those are where it's like quite split also. Let's try the top ones first, I think. This or actually, let's go to this side. We have actually himself. Before you ask, yes, that's his name. If you didn't know, you know. With his actual mech here. The spike ball of doom. The actual cockpits. Where the split pieces as well as the bombs are used and then aim onto you. Which are also used to deviate. But still. We have Serpentine's mech, which is huge in comparison. You can actually see the back as a spine of it, a spine up there. We have the actual entire model. These are the stupid Mila, but anyway. These are actual Snake 2 with a sharp tail. Some crystal-like spikes / wings. A big old face. Details the arms and top half. There you can see this. You can see the spine, aforementioned spine here. We have the face and its open variant, and it screams. No, the fork detail top, like a snake's tongue. The actual fist, which it uses to attack. There's various poses as well. The arms, which you can notice now look like the teeth of a snake. Big old canines at least. And again as well as another pose for the arms. The actual gun, the actual arm sideways while it punches forward. Of it as well. You can see the snake team even better from here, but it looks like an actual skull-like face. In my opinion, anyway. Sideways arms and vertical as well. You would not see a lot of these details. Definitely not for Epilogue. We have the actual. You actually have the back arms, I think. Yeah. More arms from their low point. I'm pretty sure that this part here is kept consistent throughout, so it's like it clips. The hand is clips to the arm. The same part anyway. Even though of course it slightly shifts, but might not look perfect probably. If we were to look at a spine directly. But definitely can fool me. And well there's not even much to say about him. Jesus Christ. Screw you, buddy. You again. You have certainly chosen a strange for you to. You certainly have chosen a strange venue to retreat to. Though, given the public nature in this place, perhaps this is not so strange after all. Remarkably intelligent, even. I would order you to be confiscated for further research, but I must attend to more important matters. Yeah, this guy literally put himself in a freaking aquarium. Just so he doesn't have to be freaking torn to pieces. You'll figure. This guy, you fucking on him. This is the boss of the volcano. The real boss. Depending on your set of skills, this can be very hard or very easy. That said, struggle heavily with Miller. But anyway, you can actually see the body of this big guy here. You can see the body is actually very small, but the weapon itself, the drill, is way bigger. They didn't bother putting any more expression in this little guy, bro, since you see him for a very short amount of time. I don't know how much time it took to take for making those bosses in comparison, but what do I know? Those are the various versions of Asmec, am I wrong? Oh, that's a crab. That's a crab enemy. The giant enemy crab which you fight in Bakunawa Rush, if I remember right. But the after end, this is the shoot 'em up part of it. Right there. All the interesting with this boss that you actually can see all its pieces come apart in the boss fight. Even though you only need to shoot the arms really, you can actually shoot the legs as well. Which I think does extra damage and lower defense maybe. Yeah, it's just the minimum it can be turned into, I think. And I'm pretty sure it does instantly if you get all the legs. There's actually none. Look at it. There's only one. There's only one arm that's put on display over there, because they're just flipped. Simple as that. Cool boss though. I think they did a pretty good job of putting it in perspective. Which technically makes this the biggest boss in the game. Just because of this little replica here. Oh, speaking of it, I almost forgot to look at this. Note, an actual Capelon robot. It's a two-scale model. Scale model Mueseum looks to Sky Fortress with miniature heroes. With miniature heroes, including Mueseum, created to donated by Mueseum. Yup, that's Mueseum for you. Now we have more aspect. We'll talk to you in a bit. We have the actual bumper, which works. Come inside the Bakunawa. That's when you fight him there, which is bigger than the last one. You can actually see the cockpit here. And the various gizmos, and then the whole set. With the laser cannons, now. And the cockpit went to blunt trauma. Blunt ball damage. You can see it at the blue here. There's your glowing body on it. Alright, he's here on the turrets. More bumpers here. And we can actually talk to here. Look at him go. Okay, a couple of adjustments to the celebrating robots, and I have the war museum fixed up, but the same day as the bones that wreck the place with. But the same day as the bones that wreck the place, which is so awesome. Don't look at us being grumpy meaty bots, though. It's so bad here to run into those magnificent creatures. This is what they would have wanted. Thank you, I appreciate it. I apologize for my voice acting. It is very late. But enough excuses. We actually have, right here, the duo boss with Ascal and A. With Ascal standing on top and A being in the cockpit. Here's the actual cockpit, which is really all that's left once you beat A. You have some extra pieces. Detailed extra pieces. Here for the arms. Yeah, those are mainly arm pieces. The actual arms, which palm on the ground when A's in control. Pretty simple boss. Just get rid of A and you're done for. Then we have the actual final bosses. That's where we came from. Oh, yeah. We have Coral Zones. A good boss, actually. You can see the decoy dummy here, which is cute still. And we have the actual platform, which she uses to fight in battle in the limit. Which is a very emotional scene for Carol too. I realized after my playthrough. This bites! Thought I had my parrot and all bad luck, but no! No feet dry and rolling robot bits around till the sky is all sweet again. It was the pirates and Earth was going to do with my Sigwara. Better all patting themselves on the back for this boondoggle. Still not happy, but at least I get to see my sister Martin. Please don't let us say that. Please don't let us say that. No problem, Corey. Too sweet. We have the Robix boss. We have the Robix boss here. Which is fought late game. And it's actually a mini boss that's not really put in very much, since we already fought it and is, I'm pretty sure, weaker. Could be wrong. We actually have some extra pieces that we didn't see, I think, in the previous one. Oh, I remember. Yeah, this mixes also train pieces now. This is both the remix variant of the clan boss and the train boss. Oh, whoop! Which is up there. You have different faces once more. Which reminds me of Code Black specifically, when it comes to variants. So yeah, that also changed here. I think this color looks very good on it, actually. And that's mostly because I love purple and black, purple and yellow. Yellow and purple. We have the full model here. And the train, which is sideways this time around, and it's mainly thought to protect doors, so it's smaller and thus weaker. Still cool though. They still do their job very well. And then we actually have Merga's armors. We have Blue Moon right here. This is Blood Moon, Super Moon, Eclipse, Lilith, which has a soft flower as detailed, and itself is a symbolism of Merga's love for flowers in her book. And what do you call apiculture? I think so, the word for it. You can actually see some extra detail on it because it's both made of steel and plants. It's bioorganic. It's biomechanical. And we have the actual wings. But in order, yeah. Let's have a look at this first. We have wait. Oh, those are sideways, right? Okay. So we have Blue Moon when used sideways by Merga during our wave attacks. We have Blood Moon when sprung up in the air. Oh, they're actually in various angles. Then we have Super Moon's laser and sword attacks. Sword length may vary. You can actually see the inside of the laser as well, which is pretty nifty. Then the wings, once more. Blue Moon, Red Moon, Super Moon, Eclipse, Lilith. Sadly, Merga's missing. And then we have Bakunawa Fusion, the secret boss. My favorite thing is this piece here, because they wanted to show the animation of the actual ribbons here, but they needed to find a way to make sense of it, so they put a fan, which actually works. It's an actual fan you can find in a few parts of the game. So that's very funny. You have the actual wings, which are reminiscent of the ones Merga uses. Here's the fan again, in its glorious glory. You can see the wings from the side as well as the ribbons, this time not animated. Part of the horns. Front facing Bakuna Fusion, which is reminiscent of both Bar Dragon and, of course, Syntax.
Freeze.
We have the pieces sideways as well. You can see the hips, torso, and head with the huge horn on top, which shines here, as you can see. Which you can probably barely see in game because you'll be fighting for your life. You probably notice the glows now for these. The wiring, which looks great. And you can actually see it's Bakuna Fusion is pretty muscular, you can actually see. This thing is built like a JoJo stand. You can actually see the quote-unquote leg. Or legs. And the back wings here, also shining with power. That's not all though, we're not done actually. There's still more. Okay. We have the Galaxy Trail room to check out. Right, over here. which you can unlock once you finish the museum or the gallery entirely. So hey, you're probably wondering why me despite the blinding lights. Well, you've just crossed the fourth wall. You're about to enter the special Galaxy Trail exhibit. The person of Hidden Planet2, Sabrina Didiero, loves bats, so she asked me to be a personal avatar of this section of the gallery. To be honest, I've always wanted to try acting, so I'll do my best to relate Sabrina's thoughts to you. Here goes. Ah! Thank you so much for playing our game. A lot of love and our work went into it. In fact, it took us 7 years. Anyway, the Galaxy Trail exhibit showcases some content art of the characters, as well as beta and unused content. I've always found it was cool to see how games are produced, so I thought I wanted to add something like that into Fire Planet 2. I've unlocked the door for you. You may enter. Thank you. Let's have a look, shall we? Normally, you only see the citizens inside the monorail trains in Shannon Park. Since you can't see them very well in normal gameplay, I decided to put them here in their full glory. These are their names, from left to right. Daniel, Maria, Ronaldo, Muro, Tia, Ruff, Fox, Snappy, Leon, and Eren. I like the designs here. I think my favorite has to be the cat here, the black cats, which I didn't even pay attention. Which will be with Daniel, Maria, Ronaldo, yeah, I think that's Tia. It's just cute. That's again because I like yellow, but anyway. And black and white. But wait, isn't there already a Leon Eren in the game? That's right. The bunnies in the Royal Palace, right? In fact, they were originally cats. But we have a lot of cats. So when it came time to animate them, we turned them into bunnies. Unification, huh? The mood. Unused bird citizens. They were scrapped because animating flapping wings takes a really long time, and we had other priorities. Their names from left to right are Pengu, Daldaliro, and Agila. Too bad. Thinking Pengu looks interesting. Alright. Very pretty designs though. I decided to make a statue of Agila for Bowser. Eventually, I decided to go for the much larger Cordelia statue. Indeed. Let's see. I guess we should progress a bit slower because I noticed a lot of things on the right. We're going a bit out of order, but it's fine. Lilac was originally going to have an unlockable set of wing gliders, and I would give her an incredible fast and strong double dragon boost. And it would allow her to glide up to a blink dash. I thought hard to get this in the fall game. Now I'm sad that it couldn't work out, but sometimes in game development, you have to make tough calls. The wings were simply too difficult to control, and we couldn't figure out an elegant solution for activating them. I also felt that by the time Lilac was supposed to get them, they were considered obsolete by other power-ups. Fun fact, there's a mod to fix that. Constant sprites of Lilac! F2P's large and detailed sprites were going to be even bigger! We wanted more screen space though, so the characters were shrunk a bit. I spent early on with a white outfit for Lilac, maybe even a ponytail hairstyle. We felt the tighter closer to the FP1 look, while still showing that she is growing up a little. Agreed. Those designs are cute, but they're very good. They kept the old style there. You can see an actual tram here. So you can imagine the spy just sitting, or just standing up, really. Sitting up on the tram here, in the window. Look who it is. Concept sprites of Mira! She started with a transposed sprite from FP1. From there, we changes her peach skin color to white, which makes her color tones much more nicely. We matches her color tones much more nicely. Finally, I found out the colored eyeliner should be a Carol thing, and it'll be swapped out from our particle flats. That is true. Yeah, you can see this eyeliner on top, which is very small anyway, so you can barely notice it. That's true though, she had a more peach fur before. I think this definitely fits better. And quite literally cooler. It also sparks of Carol! I expanded with a yellow outfit, but I didn't feel like it had enough contrast. But a final pass, she became a lot fluffier with the Walkman's cohesive sharp design. Yep, you can see the aforementioned eyeliner as well, which comes up way better here because it's bright red. It comes across very nicely. Definitely a great design. I also really like her get up. I like her get up. As mentioned, the fluff really fits well for her, I think. We have Carol's bikes, then, cruiser bike concept. We came up with various designs for motorbikes Carol could ride, with active molds for swimming in the wire. The cruiser model would have had a stronger attack power. Yes, that's literally a drill. Mountain bike concept. Blah 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 blah. The mountain bike model would have had a greater mobility and wall climbing capabilities. Which would have been like a normal bike, or. I do like it though. Look at the freaking bird design. It looks great. A bit walking concept though. Bird bike, really. It sounds bulky. Racing bike concept. The racing model would have had the highest top speed, but weaker attack power. It looks very cool, but also very bulky. Touring bike concept. The touring bike was invented as a balanced jack of all trades. This is the bike we would eventually choose for Carol. I think it does fit well. This one looks vintage. The final spell of Carol's motorcycle. The final spell of Carol's motorcycle. I know it's glory. I scrolled it. Scrolls would have been to have multiple back options, or even just a swing mode. It would have taken a lot of extra work. The difference between a perfect game and a finished game is knowing when to scale back your ambitions. That's true. I do like this final design. It looks way more polished. And kind of vintage, as mentioned. And I really like more the jet black popping off a bit better. Laboratory Del Mila. Here's an early design from Mila's lab. It feels more vintage than the one she has in the final game. Definitely. It kind of looks like something you'd seen in the first game, actually. I didn't see that. A new design for the item shelf in Mia's lab. Speaking of the girl, let's have a look at her. It's a Mila! In the original Freedom Planet, Mila had a plenty great feat, but we changed it to a digigrade for a sequel to make some of our animations feel more dog-like. We also swapped out the brown clothes for a much sharper and visually striking black bodysuit with gold trim. Very pretty. I actually didn't notice that honestly in the first game, but that's very fair. She is very cute regardless. Look at my streams, you'll know that. You'll know why I think that. It's actually a pretty cool concept. It's a Mila! Remember when Mila said she would enter the biosphere as a basketball marauder? This is what a costume would have looked like. Like all the player characters, Mila has a huge number of sprites. This was never going to be a reality, but it was still really cool to come up with. Indeed, I think it looks cool. I really like the beetle design. The beetle-like design. At least that's what it makes me think. I don't know why. No, that's my favorite piece right there. Which, yeah. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Look at it spin! FP1 style Super Shield! In very early versions of the game, Mila still had to release a special button to perform Super Shield Burst. A Super Shield Burst. You not perform the Super Shield Burst by pressing the attack button, leaving the sprite unused. Mostly. You can still see it if you press the normal attack and special at the exact same time on the cube summon. Timing is tricky though. Indeed, but it's in game. You know why I know that? Well, as any main of Mila would know. Well, have a look. Pretty nice, right? And yes, it's functional. And works exactly the same. And I don't think it has any other abilities. But it's pretty nice. And funny to pull. Don't just pull for no reason. So that's a fun trick to just show up, I guess. Look at her go! Big old cube! Well, geometry. Mila's lab originally had a shelf where potion items would be displayed. What you see here are 3 unused items. We'll talk about them from left to right. The storybook would have granted players with every beneficial effect at once, so they could enjoy the story free of difficult challenges. This much work into the SS menu. The Pangu flute would have summoned Pangu to rescue you when you fell into bottomless pits. So it was more redundant when bottomless pits were changed to be non-lethal. However, this feature is not gone. You can actually see something similar in the biosphere, where Pangu is actually used to help you fight Syntax. Finally, the flower was originally going to be a collectible currency found exclusively in the Ancestral Forge. They are the floors Mila refers to when making a subtype potion to blow up Perusa's volcano. I think it's neat. They do look pretty. Concept sprites from Murga! This is not the first game, all started with the villain. I started with the male design at FP1's characters. I started with a male design at FP1's character size. Once we settled on larger sprite size, she became a shark like Water Dragon. Our final design is the only one that wasn't touched up by Tan. I was pretty happy with the design out the gate. She does look pretty. Curious base design though, but you see she was a bit more like more fire, more blood, at least more red themed, a bit more like an actual shogun type of thing, you could say. I dig a new design though. I found designer. You sum up this, I have to talk about him. Let's have a look at this guy. Concept Spice for General Gong. I knew that Gong Spice would have been revenge from the start, which is why his Concept Spice is so sloppy. Very funny looking though. Kinda looks like OG Shentai sprite. On the right is a back sprite that you normally never seen in the game. That is true. Concept sprites for a skull. Its design was a lot more of a look at first, which would have made it a bit too obvious. We come up with an outfit based on traditional Filipino attire. The heavy design still looks pretty cool, but it would have been a nightmare to animate. This fun design takes the best elements of the outfit and pares them down a bit to their core essentials. Or pares them down. This is true. Almost found the third design looks very cool though, but yeah, that's very fair. I think we should not go this way just yet. Let's have a look down first. Whoop! I think I missed it. No. Alright. Let's have a look at her. Concept sprites for Cordelia. Gosh, it took us a while before we settled on an outfit we like. Cordelia's earliest outfits and a color palette resembling lilacs. We settled on 2 outfits for her. A formal one and a casual one to represent the character growth. Notice how the 8 piece on the third concept resembles Pengu more closely. Our final, more formal attire has it too, a bit smaller. Sneaky Mickey. You guys look great in all of these though. Very interesting though. Implication of the visuals without those. I know you just saw something off screen there, but we'll leave on that. For now. Some news citizens actually completely forgot they existed until I was putting this exhibit together. For that reason, they do not have official names. They look funky though. Look at that. Look at that. Concept sprites for Crozon. It was tough trying to nail down a look for it that didn't resemble an 80s pop star. The incident's conundrum, of course, was a slug-looking double-layered aviator jacket. Amazing. Look at this funky dude. Look at this funky dude. Concept sprites for Captain Color. Originally his red, yellow, and green colors were more evenly distributed in his outfits. But we decided to let the red dominate, and it turned out fantastic. The final design is based on a classic tokusatsu heroes. Particularly his white pants. Fitting, given his boisterous battlesphere persona. Yeah, he's definitely a Mr. Hero Pants. Definitely fits him. I think it's a great tech. Concept sprites for including a black sprite that you normally don't see in the game. At first, he wasn't just a monkey, but an alien space monkey from space. For a final design, we brought him back down to Vallis and made him cuter with a warmer color palette. His love for space never went away though. True. You can see the design looks a bit more like the Breven type aliens. Concept sprites of 17, including a black sprite that you normally don't see in the game. Which, by the way, looks pretty darn cool. Look at the design of the armor. We started with his FP1 sprite to spread to FP2's eyes, and then made him sharper and edgier. The armor he wears now is still the same armor, but it has a lot of battle damage. It's true, you can see that. Detail on the back sprite though. The shoulder armor actually looks like thrusters. Which is interesting when you think about the mech that he has now. I see a door, which means a few things. Concept sprites of Mueseum Shangmu. For his grand debut in F2P, we removed his shoulder pauldron, made him shorter, and made his hat taller. Sometimes I keep making a character's design really stand out, it's just exaggerating what they already have. That is true. Look at him go. Big hats. Small. Yes, let's have a look at this. I think I know what this room is. Never mind, it's the other side of the freaking world. Alright. Originally, those length roller coaster tracks had roller coasters on them. They were very creative though, and felt too restricting in movements, so they were removed to favor the grind rail mechanic. Wonderful. Look at this. Oh, right. What if Rena from Rebel Force Rena was a Freedom Planet character? She might be a squirrel. Rebel Force Rena, pretty cool game. You should check it out sometime if you want to. Yeah, that's also made by Concrete Rare, no wrong. Cute design though. I've not checked it out. I've not checked it myself, but it looks like it's a funky thing. Now we have the man himself. Concept sprites for the Magister. Oh gosh, I don't know what I was thinking with this airy bulky design. I'm sorry you have to look at it. Next at 10, starts as the Bonner Dragon, but we felt like it was too warrior-like. For the fun design, he became a young and innocent fellow. The kind that makes you say, "Oh no, he's hot! Oh no, he's hot!" And I definitely was not told to write that. And use casual outfits for the Magister. The original script called for Magister changing out of his robes and into his royal jammies after fleeing the palace. To make his presence in the open is conspicuous and to further show his character growth. Like most of the alternate outfits, it was sculpted a large amount of extra work it would have taken. Where? In fact, I actually stepped into the same professional recording booth as the rest of the cast to record new bird lines. However, I wasn't happy with any of them, so I kept a song clip from FP1. Yep, that's about right. No need to change the winning team. I think it looks absolutely splendid. Look at the bird, man. The bird card. We have more below, but I'm afraid to go below actually. What's down there again? Okay, this for you, baby. Yeah, it's good. Thanks, Fisher. What's that? Ooh, some more things. We'll check in a minute. Oh, jeez. Oh, right. You don't see that in game. I think. Oh, if you do, very rarely. That's interesting to see them there. The seeds in Ancestral Forge used to be a lot smaller. We felt these were too easy to miss or get stuck in favorable positions, so we increased their size and limited improvement to specific areas. Yeah, and then like in my playthrough, I freaking missed them because I forgot that you can actually use keys on them. For some reason. I forgot you can use keys on them to make him grow. I freaking had a brain fart. I feel embarrassed about that. Yubei! Guess what? My Yuppie Garden was planned to be a real thing. Well, it is real, but you can't get to it. The robot stamped it out, and now I have to recruit my poor Yuppie from scratch. This is what they looked like when first sprouted. Yuppie! Look at him go. Very spooky. Lane creature. Concept sprite for Ballista Sword to me. For a Ballista Sword to me. The idea was that these would fly diagonally from the top of the screen in the past courtyard, cutting through terrain. I wasn't really thinking this idea, so I worked on droplet ships instead that would dispense troopers. Yeah, that would have been cool, but I agree that they're cool as well. The trooper droplets are cool as well. Concept sprites for Spain! I expanded the assist for him to show that he's gone past his rivalry with the heroes. Honestly though, it wouldn't make sense for the active option, so we went with a more practical look that's just as stylish, if not more so. I agree. Concept sprites for King Dale. I knew this was going to be touched up, so I didn't bother with the final details. He was going to wear his father's crown, but I don't think he would want to risk getting damage, so it became back on the decor instead. We also gave him thick leather clothing to match the colder climate of his kingdom. You can see there's also a cape there. Compared to his old design here. Girls cool for sure. In fact, you can see kinda kept the peach tone that's Nira had. And then look at this. Look at this. Long time no see. So yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation. To tell you the truth, the army is scheduled to fight alongside you in Skybridge. The Battle Royale sections on the red platforms would have had your friends fight alongside you. And me, of course. I also had a sparring match scheduled on St. Jude's Dojo where we could battle for old time's sake. But you know it goes. Tired scheduling, shifting priorities, gameplay not working out as intended, are causing a change in plan. So yeah, that's the story here. Up you go. I'm gonna kick it off me being cool and swag whilst also being informative at the same time. Yeah, making freaking Sonic references as well. Making Sonic references of the wazoo here. Long time no see. Oh yeah. As is probably taken, also inspired mainly of his originally planned playable version of himself in the first game, where he would also use cards to fight. So you can see he had both a card throw for on the floor and in the air. He could, assumingly, either that's his idol. I think that's idol. Either that or it's a guard. I think it's an idol though. You see his jump, he's running and dashing, as well as our rolling jump. And a more precise, I'm gonna guess a multi-attack, a multi-throw attack here. Simple enough, I guess. For a scrap concept, anyway. Oh jeez, hi, hello. Not yet. Here we are, hello there. Lord Brevin, the main villain of the original Freedom Planet, in F2P's art style. Although Brevin makes a cameo in Weapons Core as a hologram, his own sprite is never seen, until now. Behold the still majesty. It's true, you see him briefly as an hologram, during his slashing attack. Which is cool, but have a look at this bad boy. He would have looked very menacing in this style. And he does. Look at those shoes, that fury bro, and that style in the armor. Very, very cool. And of course, what that grid is. Anyway, cannonball. I think we have something to have a look at. Sure, we'll go through here. We actually have some designs of enemies here that I don't think are in the normal game. We have this one, for example, right here, which you can see is black and white, black and yellow mainly. I don't know if this was a concept art, a concept for Code Black, or if it was just a plan for something else, maybe for team reasons. Also, yes, this is why I have Mira here, so we can actually have a good look at them without having me to move around widely. I think this design looks pretty cool, but I guess there's no real point when you already have a team color based for your enemies. That's the one we've seen earlier. But more wall enemies, those are the same color you see. Now you can see those ones are not properly coded to be hidden. You can see that they retract at a certain point. Actually, this actually gives you a good look at what they look like when they hide. You can see that past my feet here, past Nira's feet, is where they vanish into the wall. And then retract into a hidden state. Nothing confuse it from here, I could be wrong. Just put the physics on that look. No, I can't. Whatever. There we go! Actually, can I reach you? There you go! Look at this bad boy. Easy as well. You can actually die pretty easily around here because, well, what yes? Oh, broke it, man. I'm gonna make an RPC. Oh well. You actually shot while you were frozen. Incredible. But we actually have some design of some new design of ruins of sorts. You actually don't see. I don't think you see like in the background. It's actually this background reminds me heavily of the second level of F2P. I forgot the name of it, but it's very reminiscent of what you see in the first game. You know, this crack up there is specifically to show you some lighting as well. Some windows, some 3D, some 2D 3D effect, some 2 5D effect here. You can see with some perspective. Some another type of window here for this style as well. And you can see beyond this hole here, there's like this little I guess you could say it's like a smooth ramp, I guess, for detail reasons. Like you see in like an actual fort of sort. This entrance is more reminiscent of an actual dojo of sort. Actually, oh, I forgot you can check this. Here we go. Yes, by far, because it reminds me a lot of it's just under style of Mule game. This is what the single water temple was originally going to look like. New buildings were made fairly quickly after it was finished, so it was left unused. Yeah, the single water temple looks way different than that. But it's interesting they actually wanted to make an actual temple for it. Pretty darn neat if you ask me. Yeah, so yeah, I see. So it was more like a set piece where you map pieces around. Definitely a bit more simpler, but a bit more jarring when you compare it to the final result. Still nice to show everything I could have been, like this crack here, the windows and such. Crack! I think it's nice then. It's a nice concept. But it's nice that they took something a bit more modern looking, I suppose. Did I miss anything up there? I did. So there's something down there. Attention! Attention! This is Smoke reporting for duty. At least that was the original plan. At one point there were going to be lots of copies of me on the Royal Palace. It's not made Shang-Tu's army appear larger, and would have fought alongside the player against America's forces in Palace Courtyard. However, the stage was already chaotic, so introducing an army of friendly NPCs would have made things super noisy and confusing. Also, the artists would have needed to spend time drawing a bunch of combat animations for us, like running, shooting, kill, etc. Honestly, I think it worked better this way. I think it worked out better this way. Now there's only one of me. I'm unique and free to exist. I'm unique and free to existential crisis. Mostly. My words are fading. Yeah. It's an interesting concept, I think. Sadly, yeah. Alda would have been fun person with it. I would have gladly accepted this concept. I think it's definitely not required. This gateway was part of the old layout for the Royal Palace Hub. After we changed the palace to more of a city environment, this building went unused. Sad, it does look pretty though. Definitely no fit. Smoke. Early version of Julie's house. This looked a bit too western style for the Royal Palace, so we eventually redrew it. I think it still looks great on its own. I agree, it definitely doesn't fit anywhere else, though. I think it would look great, like, in the forest, actually. It looks great, definitely looks great, I like it. Even though it's quite simple in colors, yeah, it looks great. I like the chimney looks like a freaking, like a beehive almost. The window shape as well. Little intricate detail, like you can see the reflection on the door as well here. And the overall part of it. It's a nice little brick house with some nice foundations as well. Engraved. Before we go in there. Come out! Ah! So, we actually don't see this color of enemy before also. We saw those earlier, and they appear early on as well. They appear generally in the early game, for tutorial sake more than anything else. And also a bit in the battle sphere. Very cool. But this specific color does not appear anywhere else in the game. They do look very creepy, but there's like nothing else about them. Here, come here, you. Yeah, you still jump. I forgot. What I forget.
Out of my way.
There you go. You got you jumping. Look at you going. It looks very spooky and also very out of place. Kinda whack. But I can see why it would still keep it and show it. I think that still looks very cool, actually. It makes the teeth and general design pop a bit more than in the original one. Goldy's Diner. This is the original version of it. If I'm not wrong. That's what it would have looked like from the outside. You can see it looks a bit more like a typical 80s, 90s restaurant. Yummy! Hot dog. I actually really like this place. It's obviously barren, but I actually love this concept. This is what Goldie's used to look like before Adventure Square was overhauled. I still think the exterior looks really cool. Agreed. Didn't you also used to have 2 basements? One for a karaoke bar and one for the hero's hideout. At the top is definitely barren, more barren than the final result. I think the karaoke looks very nice. Still small, but still nice. And I think the hideout is also pretty cute. Definitely less of an hideout when it's like right there, but still nice. I like the concept of heroes just having their hideout and HQ inside a fucking restaurant. It's the basement of a fucking restaurant. It's kinda funky. I actually also like the logo as well. It makes sense. It's a diner next to the sea. It's sweet. And there's a nice pattern to it. Blue, green, and yellow. Kinda recognizable. I'd love to see an actual finished version of this. Like full detail inside and such. That'd be cool. I like it. And still some details in the back as well. Very nice. Well, we're now on the way. I think that's everything. I think we've seen everything we have to see. So, let's go back. And say hi to our old friend one last time. And here we are. So, first of all, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little tour. It's a way belated video. I should have done this a while ago. Here we are at least. At long last. But you know, this game is still being updated. Even now. Which is interesting to see. Still some tweaks, still some glitches as you've seen, and probably as you've seen before just playing the game. It's interesting. If you are this far, why not drop a follow on Twitch, where I stream every week from Wednesday to Thursday. You can also or here on YouTube via subscribing. So then you can come back and see more of these shenanigans. Also, if you wish to give me more feedback, you can also, why not just either go on Twitch and go in chat or in my feedback box there, or just drop a like and comments. It goes a long way, and it tells me that you want more of this. So, with this in mind, I'll catch you later. See ya.